Imagine standing at the edge of the ocean. You watch a wave forming in the distance. It begins as a small movement across the water. Then it grows, it travels towards you, and eventually, it reaches the shore. Now imagine trying to stop it. You couldn't. You couldn't command the ocean to calm down. You couldn't tell the wave when to rise or where to break. You could stand there and fight it with everything you have, but the ocean would continue doing what oceans do. And perhaps there is a lesson here that we sometimes resist for years. Not everything is ours to control. We can control our choices. We can control how honestly we communicate. We can control whether we keep trying. But we cannot control every outcome. We cannot control another person's decisions. We cannot control the timing of every opportunity. We cannot control every unexpected change. And trying to control all of it can leave us exhausted. The ocean doesn't ask us to control every wave. It invites us to understand that waves are part of the journey, and maybe life is asking the same thing from us. You don't have to control every wave. The ocean is constantly moving. There are gentle waves, there are powerful waves, there are days when the surface looks almost completely still. And there are days when the water becomes restless. Life has seasons like that too. There are seasons when everything seems to make sense. Your plans are clear, your relationships feel steady, your future seems predictable, and then something changes. A plan doesn't work. Someone changes their mind. An opportunity disappears. Something you expected to happen doesn't happen. And suddenly, you find yourself standing in unfamiliar territory. But a wave doesn't mean the ocean is broken. It means the ocean is moving. And perhaps a difficult season doesn't automatically mean that your life is going in the wrong direction. It may simply mean that things are changing. Think about how exhausting it would be to spend the entire day standing in the ocean trying to push the waves backward. You could fight the water for hours, and the water would still come. Sometimes our minds do something similar. We replay what happened. We imagine what could go wrong. We wish someone had behaved differently. We wonder what would happen if we had made another decision. We try to solve tomorrow before tomorrow has even arrived. But thinking about something repeatedly doesn't necessarily give us control over it. Sometimes it simply takes today's peace and spends it on tomorrow's uncertainty. There is a difference between preparing for something and trying to control everything about it. Preparation can be wise. Control can become exhausting. You can prepare without obsessing. You can care without constantly worrying. You can make a plan while accepting that life may still change it. The ocean doesn't fight itself, it moves. Perhaps we can learn to move too. Watch the shoreline carefully. The water comes closer. Then it retreats. It rises. Then it falls. The tide reminds us of something that is easy to forget when we're going through a difficult season. Nothing stays exactly the same forever. When you're hurting, the present moment can feel permanent. When you're waiting, the waiting can feel endless. When you're uncertain, you may wonder whether you'll always feel this way. But life keeps moving. Your circumstances can change. Your perspective can change. New opportunities can appear. New people can enter your life. Things you once thought were impossible can eventually become ordinary. So don't judge your entire future by the tide you're experiencing today. A low tide is still part of the ocean, and a difficult season is still only one season. Give life room to move. Sometimes we become so focused on the next problem that we forget to notice the moments when nothing is wrong. We are waiting for the next email, the next decision, the next conversation, the next thing that might go wrong. And while we're preparing for tomorrow, today quietly passes. The ocean teaches another kind of wisdom. There are moments between waves, moments when the surface settles, moments when the sunlight reflects across the water, moments that don't demand anything from you. Perhaps you need those moments too. You don't have to turn every day into an achievement. You don't have to constantly prove that you're progressing. Rest is not wasted time. Silence is not wasted time. A peaceful moment is not a distraction from your life. It is part of your life. There is a simple but powerful reminder in Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Being still can be difficult when your mind wants answers. We want to know what happens next. We want guarantees. We want certainty. But faith can sometimes mean accepting that we don't have every answer yet. Being still doesn't mean doing nothing forever. It means recognizing that there are moments when your next step is not to force an outcome. It is to pause, to breathe, to trust, to allow yourself to remember that your entire future does not depend on solving everything today. Sometimes peace begins when we stop demanding certainty from an uncertain moment. There is another lesson hidden in the ocean. Not every wave belongs to you. And not every problem around you is yours to solve. You cannot manage another person's emotions. You cannot make everyone understand you. You cannot force someone to choose what you wish they would choose. You cannot live another person's life for them. You can be kind. You can communicate. You can encourage. You can help where appropriate. But there comes a point where responsibility ends and control begins, and learning the difference can bring enormous relief. Sometimes letting go isn't saying, I don't care. Sometimes letting go means saying, I care, but I cannot carry what isn't mine. Of course, the ocean isn't always peaceful. There are storms. There are powerful winds. There are moments when the water becomes difficult to navigate. And when that happens, wisdom isn't pretending the storm doesn't exist. Wisdom means responding to reality. Sometimes you slow down. Sometimes you change direction. Sometimes you wait until conditions improve. Sometimes you seek guidance from someone who knows the waters better than you do. Life can be the same. When things become difficult, you don't have to prove your strength by forcing yourself forward at all costs. You can pause. You can ask for help. You can reconsider your plans. You can take another route. Changing direction doesn't always mean you failed. Sometimes it means you learned something. Imagine being far out at sea. You look around. There is water in every direction. You cannot see the destination. That doesn't necessarily mean there isn't one. Sometimes we confuse not seeing the destination with being lost. But you don't need to see the entire journey to take the next step. You may not know exactly where your career is going. You may not know how a difficult situation will resolve. You may not know what opportunity is waiting around the corner, but you can still make today's decision. You can still take one step. Send the application. Make the call. Start the project. Have the conversation. Try again. You don't need the entire map. Sometimes you only need enough light to see your next direction. When you're standing close to a wave, it can look enormous. It can block your view. It can make you forget how much ocean exists beyond it. But rise higher, and your perspective changes. Maybe our problems can be like that. When we're standing inside them, they can feel like the whole story. But they aren't necessarily the whole story. This moment is not your entire life. This disappointment is not your entire future. This unanswered question is not the end of your journey. There is still a horizon beyond what you can currently see. And sometimes what we need most isn't a different situation. It's a wider perspective. Some things are meant to be experienced and then released. A disappointment can teach you something without defining you. A mistake can become a lesson without becoming your identity. A difficult season can shape you without determining the rest of your life. Look at the sand. A wave arrives. It covers the footprints. Then it retreats. The shore remains. Maybe that is what letting go can look like. Not pretending something didn't happen. Not forgetting what you learned. Not denying that something mattered. But deciding that the moment doesn't get to control every moment that comes after it. You can carry the wisdom without carrying all the weight. You can remember without remaining trapped in the past. And you can move forward without having every question answered. So today, ask yourself one honest question. What am I trying to control that I may need to release? Maybe it is an outcome. Maybe it is another person's decision. Maybe it is the timing of something you've been waiting for. Maybe it is the need to know exactly how everything will turn out. Write it down. Then ask yourself another question. What is actually within my control? Perhaps you can control your next action, your attitude, your honesty, your effort, your boundaries, your willingness to keep moving. You don't need to control the entire ocean. You only need to navigate the water in front of you. And sometimes that means accepting the wave rather than fighting it. The ocean never promised that every wave would be gentle. It never promised that every tide would arrive when we wanted it to. It never promised that every journey would be easy. And yet, it continues. Wave after wave. Tide after tide. Season after season. Maybe that is the lesson we need today. You don't have to control every wave. You don't have to predict every change. You don't have to understand every season before you move forward. Sometimes you can breathe, sometimes you can wait, sometimes you can adjust your direction, sometimes you can ask for help, and sometimes you can simply allow the wave to arrive and then allow it to leave. Because peace doesn't always come from making the ocean calm. Sometimes peace comes from realizing you can survive a wave without controlling it. You can move through uncertainty without having every answer. You can release what isn't yours to carry, and you can keep going. The next time life feels beyond your control, remember the ocean. Don't ask, how do I stop every wave? Ask, how do I navigate this one? You don't have to control the entire ocean. You only have to learn how to move through your part of it. This was Lessons Nature Teaches Us. Until the next lesson, look closely. Nature may be teaching you something too.